You ever been in a situation where, it's the new year, you decide I'm gonna get a gym membership with the ambition of I'm gonna get in the gym 3 times a week, and then September rolls around and you've only been in the gym 3 times ever? There's a name for that. It's called the law of diminishing intent. It was coined by John Maxwell, and he kind of borrowed off the law of diminishing returns. But essentially the principle means this: the further away you get from an intended goal, the less likely you are to do it. We can all relate to that, right? But especially when it comes to you getting in front of your potential supporters. It may be that it's Monday and you have this great ambition for that week. I'm going to get in front of 5 potential supporters and set up coffees with them. And then Friday comes rolling around and you haven't met with a single one. What happened there? Well, the law of diminishing intent. I know, life happens. We live in a real world. Things pop onto your schedule that you don't expect, distractions, even excuses. That's why you need to put a few habits into your week to diminish the law of diminishing intent in your life. So that's why I have a few practices that will help you. They're pretty simple, elementary in fact, but you'd be surprised at how few people implement this into their week. The first one is just write it down. At the beginning of your week, instead of just throwing it out there ethereally, I'm going to meet with 5 potential supporters this week. Write it down. You're actually 42% more likely to achieve your goal just because you put it on paper. The second thing is as simple as the first. It's just telling someone, just saying it out loud. And by doing that, you're 65% more likely to achieve your goal. It's a pretty significant improvement from just writing it down. I have a buddy, his name's Cameron, and I text him on Mondays, hey Cameron, by Friday I want to set up 5 coffees with potential supporters. Could you check in with me on Wednesday and just see how far along I've come? Just by saying it out loud to him, I'm much more likely to achieve my goal. But now that I've set up the accountability for Wednesday for him to check in and see how I'm doing, I'm now 95% more likely to hit that goal. That's a sure shot that I'm going to achieve what I'm looking to achieve. And that's why it's important for us to set up these rhythms and these habits in our week so that we can interact with our potential supporters and stay current with them. And so just remember this: the law of diminishing intent, it doesn't just apply to you, it applies to them as well. So that's why follow-up is so important. But that's for another day.